You know who is taking the risk? Him.
Yeah.
Me. You, Jennifer. People who are actually going out there and attempting to tell the truth, because what happens to us every time we try? Censored. You get a strike on YouTube. You get doxxed. You get fucked over. All because you're trying to tell the truth and actually follow the real science, not the scientists that are bought, sold, and paid for by an administration that wants to sell us out to the absolute lowest bidder and screw us all in the ass, take away our way of life, and then use the Constitution for fucking toilet paper. Oh, man, I need to drink after that one. That was a good one.
So, if I may, there was a feminist from the 60s who I have on one of my little soundbite interviews, and she was talking about how feminism has changed. And oh man, I wish I could pull it up. But she said that when she was in university, there used to be a curfew on women, and she said we as feminists were because the men, the university, the whatever, wanted to protect women, and they said no. We will risk rape. We will risk rape in order to stay up later and have our freedoms. So I think about this woman a lot, because I think the origination of it was like, we'll get raped or murdered or whatever it is to stay out later. And now we're having,
Well, you know what? Think about it. Back in the 60s, or the same era, the term colored people was considered racisms. But now you are racist if you don't refer to them as people of color. What the difference is? I have no idea. But like I said,
it's semantics.
You cannot expect consistency from the left. It's never going to happen. And feminism is intrinsically a leftist doctrine.
Yeah.
Oh. Camille Paglia, somebody in the chat remembered her name. She's going to write it down. I know I've talked to her, but
she's writing it down.
She's got to write it down, just like lib urinals.
You get it. I had to write that down. You get him, Jennifer. You get him.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You get him.
Get him.
Nothing. You're writing it down. I mean, go get it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, no. I just sometimes something good is said, so I want to think about it further.
Oh,
I do the same thing.
Oh yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
We'll just be sitting here talking in the middle of an episode, and then all of a sudden you'll say something, I'll say something, and you're like, holy shit! And write that down. I'm gonna forget about it because of brain damage.
That's right. I have to do it.
Yep. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Well, that's the gist of tonight, is that despite the fact that obviously not even women, but teenage girls are whipping men into a frenzy and sending them out into the world as their own personal hit squad, men are the ones who need a curfew. Totally. And then it's even funnier when you consider what you said, Jennifer, about the fact that these women were willing to keep their freedoms and go out there and risk the rapé just for...
But here's the funny part. Who's going to enforce a 6 p.m. curfew on men? Men? No.
No, but Popp, I wonder about that. I mean, I don't know. Police and military are supposed to be, defending our Constitution, but it seems like further and further.
It is. It's a slippery slope. Now
listen.
It's a
slippery slope.
And you know what? I have far more respect for those women in the 60s who said that they would rather keep their freedoms and accept the risk. You know
to know what the slap is like.
Exactly.
They were willing to get the fucking slap.
Why is that not acceptable today? Why are we killing grandma if we want to go out into the world without a mask and accept the risk?
I know.
Now they're trying to actually tie our personal freedoms guaranteed to us by God, not by government, to a vaccine. So just because if you're not willing to be a guinea pig to a multinational billion-dollar corporation that hasn't really tested this shit yet, well, then you can just stay home. Fuck you.
That's right. Suck a dick!
Suck a dick! You gonna suck a dick or you gonna take a shit?
Yeah!
There's no risk anymore. It seems to me that people have lost the notion of what it is to protect what's important or to take a risk. When I go to the grocery store, I don't wear a mask. and the chat can think what they want about me, but I don't want to put this on men, but I really like strong men. I really like good men. I really like strong women and good women, but they're strong.
When we
different
talked
ways.
about ass to mouth, you did say your husband was the boss. Now, that's a
He is
good
the
woman
boss.
right there. I'm just saying.
He is the boss. But when I have gone out in the world, you know what? I think I was just going to tell a lie. I was going to say that more men have given me shit about not wearing a mask, but I'd say it's about 50-50. It's either old women or men in their 50s, 60s. But I'm thinking, I can't believe that these older people that should have more of a touch base with what life is like without freedom or with struggle would be more accepting. I've lost the ability to say it succinctly and clearly.
She's gone dot matrix.
we gotta put that on the.
That helps.
We gotta get that sound on the soundboard.
We talk about
but
it all
it's
the time.
just people aren't willing to risk anything anymore. We have it so good. And if we want the population to go down, or if we believe in natural order, and yet you have to wear a mask and follow these rules and take this shot with a card.
Yeah. You know what?
I have this vaccine.
I will agree with you to a point. If you're talking about the mainstream narrative or the lamestream narrative, there's no risk there.
Nope.
Because
Okay.
you've got people who've been burning, looting, and murdering now for 9-10 months, almost a year. They know that there are not going to be any consequences because Soros has bought, sold, and paid for all of these local prosecutorial attorneys that are not going to send them to prison. So they're not taking the risk. You know who is taking the risk? Him.
Yeah.
Me. You, Jennifer, people who are actually going out there and attempting to tell the truth, because what happens to us every time we try? Censored. You get a strike on YouTube. You get doxxed. You get fucked over. All because you're trying to tell the truth and actually follow the real science, not the scientists that are bought, sold, and paid for by an administration that wants to sell us out to the absolute lowest bidder and screw us all in the ass, take away our way of life, and then use the Constitution for fucking toilet paper. I said it.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't have said it any better.
So, suck a dick! Watch yourself some Grunt Speak Live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and leave the butt hurt at home, okay?